So if you're looking to make some money, a little bit of side cash, and you want to start reselling items, maybe you want to start going to thrift stores and looking for some items, clothing is a great place to start. So if you guys have been following my channel, you know that's how I started my reselling business over almost 9 years ago now. I started with bicycles, but the big thing that I really started to scale into was clothing. So clothing's a great way to make money. You know, clothing's all over the place at thrift stores. There's thousands of pieces. And anytime you find, a specific category, a niche like clothing or books or DVDs that's so abundant, there's going to be things that fall through the cracks. There's going to be mistakes that the people who work there make. They don't realize that they're putting out something super profitable that's maybe worth $300 that they put out for $5 or $6. Now the prices are getting more and more expensive at the thrift stores, but there's still a ton of money to be made. So if you're looking to start a side hustle selling on eBay, take a look at clothing, especially on half off days, get your coupons, so on and so forth. But in this video, I want to share with you 5 or 6 really rare items that you're probably never going to come across. Maybe you will. I have found almost all of these, not every single one, like this one on the screen. I never found that specific one, but I found items that were very, very similar. So you want to study the rare stuff as well. You want to study the stuff that maybe you'll only find once or twice a year because you want to be able to recognize it to make money. Okay, so let's dive into a couple of these clothing items that have sold on eBay for hundreds of dollars, and maybe you'll get lucky eventually. So before we get started, smash that like button and leave me a comment during this video and let me know, have you ever found any of these items at thrift stores? So first off, we have a really cool Ralph Lauren long sleeve polo shirt. Now, what makes this interesting right here, and this sold for $400. I don't know how it sold for so much money, but there's all these polo players and horses all over it. Anytime you come across Ralph Lauren with crazy imagery, embroideries, just something that's really, really weird and unique. And if it is a bigger size, this is an extra large, you could be looking at really, really nice profits. Now, this is something you're probably never, ever going to come across. And I don't even know why this sold for so much, but the description says vintage 5 horsemen rugby, extra large, fits like a 2XL shirt, vibrant graphics with print cracking. Shirt is showing signs of wear and fading. They've got the measurements and whatnot here. But that's interesting. I can't believe that sold for that much money. And I'm curious if there's any more that sold. What is this called? 5 horsemen? Because sometimes items sell kind of as like a fluke. Wow, look at this one. $499, $500. Look at these two for $950. I'm going to go to sold. It's just ridiculous with some of these. Look at these things. They are selling for that much money. Unbelievable. This one sold for $258. Might have been a good opportunity to pick it up and flip it for more, but that's cool. Next brand I want to talk about is Janko, the vintage Janko jeans. These things have really gone up in price over the years. It's absolutely amazing. So these are the big baggy skater jeans that, I remember when I'm 34 now, but I remember when I was like 13, 14, 15, kids were rocking these. These are the cool things to wear. And I think these are just like coming back maybe for some reason, the whole retro vintage style. People want to relive their childhood. I'm not sure, but this sold for $77. There's Janko jeans that are selling for literally hundreds of dollars. If we go to Janko jeans and we go to sold listings, let's just look for pre-owned Janko jeans. Let's go to sold listings. And I want to filter it from the most expensive, and you'd be shocked at how much some of these things are actually selling for. Look at this. Best offer under $500, $420, $399. These are all best offers when you see a line going through it. So obviously it didn't sell for that much. But look at this, $285 for this right here. What the heck are we even looking at? Look at that. $289. That's a car payment right there for these jeans. Again, you may never come across them. I flipped, maybe 7 or 8 of them over the last 8 years. These aren't easy to find, but they are out there at the thrift stores. I can promise you that. Now, here's another type of item that is out there at the thrift stores. It's very rare, but if you look through the dress shirts, if you look through the t-shirts, the polos, even the blazers and sport coats and suits, you could come across this. Now, what makes this Ralph Lauren shirt special? Can anybody tell me? It is the purple label. This, you might not be able to see the picture very well, but this is actually a purple label. The other, and you'll be able to tell because it says Ralph Lauren in italic cursive text, whereas the other Ralph Lauren stuff's going to be kind of like that navy blue, and the text is going to look a little bit different. If you come across purple label, as you can see right here in the title, this is hard to come across. You're looking at 3 to 10xing the value of that particular item. Okay, if you could come across these in suits and jackets and whatnot, really, really big money. Okay, so just remember, if you come across a Ralph Lauren purple label, let's go take a look at what the other labels look like. Ralph Lauren polo, because I want to make sure you guys get this right. You'll see what the difference looks like. Now, there's different variations as well, but this is like the newer version right here. It's just straight up text, and it's got like that yellowish color with the horse and whatnot. Let's take a look at some of the older ones. These are all newer, more current. Oh, here it is. So this is like the navy blue. You can't really see it super well there, but that's like what the tag looks like. So look for the italic cursive Ralph Lauren purple label. Really big money there. Now here's a super rare Italian brand that you'll probably never come across in a suit. If you do, big money. This is Kiton, Kiton. Let me bring you down to the tag right there. I've sold this brand probably 10, 15 times. It sells really well with dress shirts. I don't know if I've ever found a suit or a sports jacket with this brand, but this Italian brand, big profits, big profits. Very rare, hard to come across. You'll probably never find it. I found it a bunch of times, but I've filtered through hundreds of thousands of clothing items. Let me know if you ever come across this. If you find this in cashmere, bada bing, bada boom, the profits are coming soon. Now, speaking of profits, I want to share with you guys 2 crazy rare items that you'll probably never come across unless you're a full-time clothing seller. These things are out there, but they're just so rare nowadays. The crazy Coogi sweatshirts. Now, this is a hooded, long sleeve, multi-color kind of jacket, sweatshirt, whatever you want to call it. This was a best offer under $300. This probably sold for $250. Look out for the crazy Coogi sweaters, sweatshirts, just like this one right here. I'm talking 300. I'm talking 400. I'm talking 500. I'm talking 600. Some of these things sell for so much money, and they're only going up in value. This might be a good investment like Lego. Honestly, these things have gone up in value so much. The more crazy, the more obscure, the more weird. These were like the Bill Cosby Biggie sweaters that they used to rock back in the day. I know we can't use the Bill Cosby keyword anymore because of all that craziness that happened with him. But he used to rock them, Biggie. I mean, these things used to be really, really popular, and I think they're coming back. So be on the lookout for those. Speaking of crazy patterns, look at this Pendleton Southwestern blanket coat. This thing sold for $217.50. If you look up Pendleton jackets, okay, I'll do this for you right now. Pendleton jacket. And if we filter it from the highest to the lowest, there are some jackpots out there that if you come across, you might even be able to pay rent. Maybe if you split it with somebody. But some of these things sell for a lot of money. Look at this, $799, $700, $519, $499. Will you ever come across this? Probably not. And if you do, it'll probably be a lot of money. But just know, especially at garage sales or at an estate sale or an auction, if you come across one of these puppies, you better take it out the kennel, bring it home, feed it, and make it your own, because this thing's going to make you a lot of money. Okay, so be on the lookout for some of these items. Again, they're rare. You'll probably never come across them, but this is why I love clothing. There's just so many jackpots out there within every single brand that can make you money. It's getting more competitive. There's more sellers. The thrift store prices are going up. I know this, but there's still big profits to be made. So if you enjoyed this video, do me a big favor and smash that like button down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.